Good morning, everybody, and thank you for having me. It's indeed a pleasure talking to all of you, and in something in which I have spent half of my service life in creating something. Uh, this is a picture that I would like to share with you, a very rare picture taken in the year 2002. 2002, as we all know, is very famous because that is SIR electoral roll in Bengal. Same year, same year, this picture was taken not on a mobile but my Sony DSC flat slim camera by myself. I just joined as managing director of HITCO, and when I was called by the government to would I join this post, I had a fleeting moment of doubt in my mind. Doubt because I was being tied to a project of building a new city. It's very, now I think it's very exciting. But I was thinking that whereas my colleagues in the IAS are doing state level policies or national level policies, would I be tied down to a small project in a microscopic land area of the state? Yet, looking back, I feel so happy when I find that out of the creations that I could make in my 14 years in HITCO in two phases, when I see people congregating, when I see people sitting and giving adda, when I see the 100,000 people living a very, very happy life, and when I see that a new coffee house, which I've shown in a small form, people are queuing up, waiting to get in. It fills my heart very much. I like that the people are enjoying. It's easy, as in China, to build vacant cities where nobody stays. There are some examples in India as well. Look at New Raipur, look at Amravati. But to have a lively, happy citizens is the best prize that I have got. The power of the wounded pride. This is what I'm going to talk about now. You know, after my 2002 stint in France, where I was sent as a for the training, I went to Amsterdam, where I saw for the first time in my life Madame Tussauds Wax Museum, and I was so impressed. The models looked so real. You had to touch it to see whether they are real or not. In fact, I touched somebody and trying to feel, and she said, "Who are you?" And kind of, I was almost getting accused of getting molesting somebody. But it's so real. I still remember. I have that photo in my room with James Bond. Then it was P.S. Bronson, whose just a new film had released, and they would take a photo and give it free to every visitor. So I was very impressed, in short, by seeing Madame Tussauds, and I was looking at ways in which I could do something unique in Newtown. After the capital of India shifted from Kolkata to Delhi, many of us feel that sometimes the east is getting neglected. So I wanted to have a Madame Tussauds in Kolkata, first in India. Let's be first in India at least, I thought. So I searched the net. I shot off an email. Most emails don't get replied to, but surprisingly, in London, where the headquarters of Madame Tussauds were, I wrote that would you please come to Newtown, Kolkata that we are building? Would you please set up a Madame Tussauds? I know you're expanding. And a reply came after a week or so. I was happy to get the reply. And what did it say? It said that yes, we have plans of setting up a Madame Tussauds in India, but not in Kolkata. That hurt. That hurt. And I took it upon myself to try and build something over here in Newtown. And it was so difficult, believe me, in getting these expert artists who can build these wax statues lifelike. I asked painters, I went around the country. Finally, with the help of a journalist friend, I located somebody in Asansol, and we picked up these models and we developed it in what is now known as the Mother's Wax Museum. It has to be kept at 18 degrees Celsius always, because wax statues in India will start melting. And today, It's so popular. It is earning crores of revenue to the HITCO and the government. And it's if you see Wikipedia, it is said that the Mother's Wax Museum in Newtown, Kolkata, is one of the largest and most popular wax museum in India. Footnote: there is a Madame Tussauds now in Delhi. So extending the 8 to 80 family, extending the family. Whenever somebody comes to me, now that I am no more in HITCO, till last year I was there. Somebody says, I stay in Newtown, and I almost feel like, you are my brother or sister, like my family. Oh, where do you stay? Which part of Newtown? And we had developed a bond. And this has happened because I have consciously tried to make it what the modern concept in urban development is 8 to 80 township. That is for the 80-year-old and the 80-year-old. And it's a huge opportunity designing a city. Many of us have been able to design your own home, whether the bedroom should be south facing or the bathroom should be there and things like that. But designing a city, it's a unique experience. And when I studied the master plan, which was already there when I joined, I found that there were 20 children's parks, but only nothing for the senior citizens. So what I did, one of these, I converted it into a seniors park. It is now known as Shopnobhor. It's an absolute success. Children are not allowed because somebody asked, why can't I go with my son? Because your son will play football and the poor gentleman in his stick will get hurt. That's why cannot. So we had this, it's so successful that I wanted to what we call Snehodya, living senior living place also, and they are doing picnics, they are doing Durga Puja, they are doing competitions, they are doing art classes, they are enjoying life. And believe me, though I left HITCO last year, even now they keep on inviting me, they keep in contact with me, and I really think that I have been able to build up a family with all of them, and I'm so happy. But does that mean I'm only doing for the seniors? Of course not. As I said, there are 19 parks still there for the children. Some of them into Professor Shanku Park, etc. But the greatest thing that I did was when there was a young technical woman in jeans and t-shirt, one day she came with her sneakers on and said, sir, we returned from our IT office around 7:38. Then after having a cup of tea or a bath, by the time we are able to come out, it's already 8:39. And all your parks and everything closes down at 8 in the evening. So what do we do after coming back? It's such a boring place. So that rushed me into thinking. And I wanted to take up a program that's called Making Evenings Vibrant. Making Evenings Vibrant. I stopped one whole street near the Central Mall. It was a vehicular street. I put barricades. It was only for the pedestrians, where children could be taken in, where swings were put on the road. There were cultural events, and there was food stalls which were allowed officially to be open till midnight. And under the flyover, which is nearby, under the flyover, there would be handicrafts fair. My greatest prize came when I was walking by. As I said, I feel very great. My heart fills with joy when I see people enjoying without me, without reference to anything. And when this young woman came and said, sir, this is the best thing that you have built for us. We can now enjoy life. Indeed, nowadays city planners are saying that 24/7 economy should be there in all the cities, but because cities are the engines of growth, and if you stifle it at 9 o'clock in the evening, it's not a good thing to do. Learning from the need. We have a very good eco park. We have a very good eco resort. And we wanted to have cottages for the tourists. It is a unique place, but my objective is not to tell you about how good it is. When we were about to set up, we needed somebody to run it. The cottages were built by the engineers. There was a fine restaurant also. And my idea was that Bengali food, Mughlai parota and telebhaja, today's children don't have it because their mothers insist on hygiene, lifebuoy hygiene, and their mothers insist on air conditioned ambience. So we wanted to serve Bengali Mughlai parota in an air conditioned hygienic environment. And we built Cafe Ekante and the cottages. But to run it, we were a urban development company. We did not know how to run hotels and restaurants. We published an advertisement. We invited people to come in. I remember taking a five-star hotel representative, very senior representative around the place in a boat because it's an island. And she said, it's a beautiful property, but Mr. Sen, we need a 100-key property to manage, otherwise it doesn't work up. I didn't even know what a 100-key was. Later I understood that it's a 100-room kind of a thing. So when nobody was taking up, we took up the challenge. We said we'll learn hospitality, we'll employ the best professional, we'll use our ideas, we'll serve best Bengali foods, and lo and behold, Cafe Ekante is now a very, very established destination, marriage destination, weekend destination, food destination, known for its great quality of Bengali food. And you know what? It started giving profit from month 2. There's a concept in Japan called Ikigai. Ikigai says that you have to be passionate, you have to be professional, you have to do something that the world wants, but most important, it has to pay also. If you say, I like to watch movies, nobody will pay you for watching movie, you have to buy the ticket. In this case, with our immersion into the world of hospitality, we started earning profit also, and we were so engrossed in making this a success. And it sounds so very well when people come and make merry, and there is Bhai-Phota in Cafe Ekante, where the sister blesses the brother in Cafe Ekante for a long life. Scale new summits. In the eco park, there was a pond. And in the pond, a girl drowned. I was named in the FIR in the Thana. I being the chairman and managing director, why didn't you take precaution that this poor 8-year-old girl died? I was very, very unhappy. This was one of the darkest moments of my life. Of course, there was no police case against me, but we not only put up fencing all around, but we also made geofencing using AI. All the CCTVs would react. In case any person went near the waterfront within 1 meter of it, alerts would be given automatically. And I like to believe that with these kind of technologies, no more accidents took place. I myself took the challenge along with my team to learn AI. As we all know, this is very new. So I enrolled in classes. I got myself a AI generalist certificate. I still have, you can call me that. And we are very happy to say that we have used technology in the smart city of Newtown to a large extent. And to bring this AI, after I learned AI while being in HITCO, I am now trying to bring it to the rest of the community to make people understand, those who do not, is how AI is affecting us. And in the last Durga Puja, in one of the pandals, AI art, which was done by me, was displayed, and very many people have appreciated this effort to make the UN Heritage Durga Puja commensurate with the technology that is already there upon us. My last slide before I go there, I take you back to 2002 to show how Newtown was during those days, what I inherited. In 2 stints of 14 years, 25 years later, let us see what we have now.